Well, thank you so much for joining me today at the Crypto Investor Show 2018.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, well, happy to be here.
I'd really love you to introduce yourselves and tell me about your roles in BitCar and what's the dream and what are your roles in making that dream reality?
Sheree, you want to start?
Sure. So my name's Sheree and I'm the legal and blockchain development for BitCar, and I also do all the marketing, ICO campaigns and building the brand image about it. So what we're doing at BitCar is we're tokenizing exotic cars onto the blockchain, so allowing everyone in the world to kind of get involved, and we're lowering this barrier to entry because you're looking at cars that are about $250,000 to $1 million is the starting point for them, and not everyone can buy them. So we're making it accessible to everyone. So I think the big goal for us is really pushing this out there and having everyone in the world get their piece of an exotic car.
Yeah, and my name is Daniel Woodroof. I'm an executive at BitCar, and I really focus on communications and strategic partnerships. My background's professional motorsports, so I'm not a kind of purebred crypto person like Sheree. Sheree was on board in the kind of crypto world and blockchain world right from the beginning. God, I don't even know when.
2013, I think.
Yeah, 2013. So she's one of the original kind of people in this world. And my background's professional motorsports, so I kind of bring that automotive experience. And I've been up to Formula 3 and working with different car manufacturers. So I kind of use those contacts that I have to kind of propel the company forward on that automotive side. Sheree's really got the kind of technological and legal side locked down. And as she said, we're really trying to sell that dream of allowing people to own a bit of a car. Because it really is one of the best performing asset classes in the world. It is, over the last 10 years, you look at the annualized returns, and it's been non-accessible to the vast majority of people, and we're changing that. And other than it being an extremely sexy concept, we're also, selling it as a kind of stable coin, which I'm sure Sheree's very excited to explain a little bit later with our new auction model. But yeah, that's a little bit of the dream that we're trying to sell.
It's really exciting. I haven't come across many companies who are making these exotic cars more accessible. Who do you think is your customer then?
Well, that's the brilliant thing about crypto. It's literally everyone in the world. So we do have targeted demographics. Obviously, the crypto people, and then obviously you've got, your car lovers, enthusiasts who've always on the forums constantly 24/7 looking at these cars, but can they ever afford one at the end of the day? May not be until they're much older, and by that time you're really going to buy one when you have family, kids, and everything. Probably not. But what we're doing is it's not just the car enthusiasts, it's not just the crypto people. We're making it accessible to the mums and dads, the kids who want to get involved. Like instead of trading Pokemon cards, for example, imagine kids growing up and saying, "I'm going to trade you my piece of Lamborghini for your Ferrari." Like it actually has a real value behind it from the day you purchase it. As cards, you're going to sit on that one special card and wait for it to eventually become, I don't know, $30,000, $1 million, I don't know. But with the cars, that value is there, and that value is there now. And if you look into the historical index, they've just been appreciating over time for these very specific high-end exotics that we're actually targeting.
All right, so tell us how the BitCar token works. What are the benefits of having a BitCar token?
Well, I think one of the things that people kind of overlook when it comes to our platform is that we actually have a dual token economy. So the BitCar token is the utility token that's kind of at the top. It serves multiple functions. It gives you access to the platform. It's used to cover transaction fees, maintenance, storage, insurance fees. But its main use is for it to be actually exchanged into a car token. Now, the car token is a separate token, which is an asset token, and it's a kind of digital representation of the car's title. So the car's title, representing kind of proving ownership in that car. So we, in essence, divide or kind of break up this title onto the blockchain and represent it with these car tokens that people are then able to trade. And yeah, that's how we allow for fractional ownership.
With BitCar, it's a fraction of a luxury car, right? And the good thing about it is you're saying it increases in value over time.
Well, we can't give that guarantee, but if you do look at the historical data, you look at the Haggerty's Index or the Knight Frank Luxury Index, you can see that they have done. And the beauty of it is we don't provide like a pooled kind of situation where one of the asset token represents 10 different cars. You can actually decide which car you purchase a fraction of. And that means that they all have different rates or different potential rates of appreciation. And I guess it is very similar to having something backed by gold. except it's performed a lot better than gold historically, so it's the best of both worlds.
How long would it take for someone to go from investing in their car and then driving their luxury car?
How long will it take? Well, that really depends. So what happens on our platform is we have the cars, and every 5 years they will go for a vote. At that time, the current owners, the token holders of that specific car, not all the cars, just that one car, that comes to that 5-year milestone, they're going to say, do you want to keep it on the platform or do you all want to sell it? So if everyone wants to sell it, it gets sold. Or if they want to keep it, and then goes for another vote at the 10-year point, and if 75% of the owners decide they want to keep it, it stays on until 15 years. And at the end of the 15 years, it has to be sold. But the really interesting about it is we've just released the latest news about our model, and you can actually trade your way to owning an actual exotic. So at the end of the day, that exotic's going to be sold. So why doesn't it go back to the community? So it actually does. So if you are one of the majority holders of that actual coin and you've been trading your way up in the actual 5-year mark, you're going to be able to have a say and be able to say, well, actually, I want to take possession of this car. And then the other owners will have to sell it to you. So there'll be certain provisions put in, but this is why you'll be able to trade your way to an exotic. So if you hold the majority ownership, then you can choose to actually buy out that car.
So yeah, that being said, no one actually gets to drive the car until it's sold. I mean, once it's sold, the new owner can do whatever they want with it. But when it's on our platform, we treat it as a piece of art to kind of maintain its value. Yeah, so our new auction model, that's very, very exciting, where owners can potentially trade their way up to actually owning the car after the 5 to 10 year sell point. That being said, you don't actually have to hold your asset token for the 5 years. We're actually a fully liquid trading platform, so you can withdraw whenever you want. But it's the sell points of the car that hit the 5, 10, and 15 year mark. Yeah.
That's great. And so if I'm not one of the majority owners of a car, I could sell that BitCar token I have and then invest in another car, which I'm more interested in anyway.
Yeah, completely. And that's the thing, because if you're not a majority owner, you're in a position where you can actually sell it more because someone wants it. Right. So the whole actual platform is going to be full of people buying and selling, depending what they want to achieve out of the platform. You can have day traders, you can have long-term holders. There's a whole bunch of different people who want the car. So it's a bit everything for everyone.
And tell me about your Internet of Things plans for the business.
Ooh, can we disclose that?
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of different verticals that we're looking at expanding into as we move down a roadmap. Obviously, to begin with, we're looking at the exotics car market and fractional ownership there. Further down, we're looking at having BitCar as a token that really revolutionizes ownership in the automotive industry in general. And beyond that, we're looking at ride-sharing platforms, gamification. For gamification in particular, we're starting with an internal gamification kind of angle where we have an internal leaderboard for people who trade. They can accumulate points, work their way up. And an exciting thing that we're also announcing is that we're going to have a second bounty campaign. So our ICO has a bounty campaign at the moment, which is a lot like other ICOs and their bounty campaigns where you can collect their tokens at the end of it. But we have a second campaign that's going to go on when our platform launches. And at the end of it, we're going to be handing away a Lamborghini Huracan.
Wow. Yep. So one lucky.
Yeah, like an actual Lamborghini Huracan.
Can we choose the color?
I don't see why not. We'll have to see what's available.
I think we'll have a vote.
We'll put it to the vote.
Great.
We'll
it's all about
involved.
decentralizing it, making it democratic and voting.
Yeah. And actually getting your hands on a car.
Lambos,
yeah, we do already have a couple partnerships in store. One's Dadiani Syndicate here in London. They're the people who actually sold 4 Formula 1 cars entirely in Litecoin, which is awesome. And Moon Lambos, as Sheree said, another partnership we announced recently where you can actually buy an entire supercar using BitCar as a token. So that's pretty cool. But to answer your question, we do have a lot of relationships that we're fostering at the moment, and we'll be looking at acquiring our first car by the end of this year.
For joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Enjoy the exhibition.
We will, yeah.
Yeah, big day.
Wonderful day.
And enjoy all your other interviews after this.
Thank you. Can I have a free car?
Well, if you join a bounty campaign, you might get a Lamborghini Huracan. So get sharing.